Good Sunday morning, Western Washington, and happy Easter. Unfortunately, the weather not the best today. Going to be wet and at times breezy across parts of Western Washington. Let me show you the wind advisory that we have in effect right now. It actually continues throughout the entire day for parts of the Northwest Interior, the San Juan Islands, as well as coastal parts of Washington. This is where we could see those wind gusts upwards of 40, 50, maybe even 55 miles per hour this morning into the afternoon. So you want to make sure that you secure the trash cans, the recycling bin, bring that lawn furniture inside, and hold on to the steering wheel tightly as you are driving out and about today. Now, we're seeing some of those strong wind gusts ongoing right now. I want to show you the Bellingham Tower cam. Look at that shaking around there. Those are some of those strong southerly winds across the area, gusting upwards of 40 miles per hour this morning in Bellingham. Not only are we going to see that potential of those strong winds today, we're going to see a lot of moisture as well. We have an atmospheric river that is working its way off the Pacific, and that is going to increase the rainfall rates later on this morning into the afternoon for Western Washington. And this is a pretty big atmospheric river. This is working its way off of the Pacific. You can see that subtropical moisture coming in off of the Central Pacific. This is about 1,200 miles worth of a fetch of that subtropical moisture aimed right at Washington and Oregon, even into northern parts of California. Now, the good news is with the moisture, we need it, and it's going to keep temps mild. Even though we're just a little bit below average, we're going to be in the mid-50s despite the cloud cover and the rain today because of that atmospheric river. Less rain north of Everett. So the San Juan Islands Northwest Interior had that rain shadow effect from the Olympics, so significantly less rain, a lot drier for this part of the state today. 55 in Linden, 55 is that forecast high in Bellingham, 55 for Mount Vernon and Stanwood. That's a popular number. We're also going to hit 55 here in Seattle. That is 3 degrees below average, but again, it's not going to feel cool. It actually feels pretty mild out there. 57 for my friends in Bellevue, 53 in Everett. We're also going to see quite a bit of rain for southern parts of Puget Sound, 55 in Lakewood, 54 Federal Way, 52 for my friends in Shelton. Out along the coast, breezy. We're going to see those strong winds. That's where there's that wind advisory in effect. Those highs are going to climb into the low 50s, mid 50s. A little bit closer to Kelso and Vancouver as you're getting down just a little bit closer to the Oregon border. Look at this though. Central eastern parts of Washington, we're talking about temps near 60 for Ellensburg and Wenatchee and really close to 70 for the Tri-Cities. So not too bad of an afternoon there, and there will be a few rain showers, just a lot spottier in nature for that part of the state. Now, I want to walk you through that future radar and show you where we could see that heaviest rain and where that Olympic rain shadow is really going to chip away at those rain totals, not only this morning, but continuing into our afternoon hours. So here's a look at future radar. The rain ongoing right now continues into the afternoon, especially Seattle south, but even from Everett south. But it starts to really lighten up as you get towards Shoreline, Everett, Marysville, and at times almost non-existent from Mount Vernon up toward Bellingham, where that rain shadow effect really sticks around throughout a large part of the day. We briefly see a drying trend late tonight, early tomorrow morning, but wouldn't you know it, moisture streams back in just in time for that morning commute. So looking pretty wet along I-5 405 tomorrow morning, and we hold on to that rain into the afternoon and evening hours tomorrow, especially from Puget Sound toward the south and east as you work your way into the Cascade foothills, the Cascades. Going to see that best chance for rain tomorrow with more drying trend, a drier forecast for parts of the Olympic Peninsula and coastal parts of Washington. How much rain are we looking at? Well, we've already picked up a good amount, and we really needed the rain because so far for 2023, while it's been unusually cool, we've been well below average, the precipitation department is really lacking. We're in abnormally dry conditions, but luckily we have picked up rain over the past couple of days, and we have a lot of additional rain on the way today for your Easter Sunday, and then again for our Monday. I just wish the timing was a little bit better. I wish it was nice for Easter Sunday. So Seattle south, we're going to see throughout today an additional half an inch, 3/4 of an inch, maybe an inch of rain if you get under some of the heavier rain. But notice north of Seattle, those rain amounts are significantly less. Oak Harbor, Discovery Bay, Everett, Mount Vernon, Bellingham, Friday Harbor, rain shadow effect really chipping away at those rain totals. 1/10 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch. Most areas see around 1/10 of an inch. So that rain shadow effect is really going to eat away at some of those rain totals. Additional rain Monday by the end of the day Monday. So today and tomorrow should pick up another 1.25 to about 1.5 of rain for Seattle. So going to pick up a healthy dose of rain. That's not going to completely eliminate the abnormally dry conditions here in Seattle and for southern parts of Puget Sound, but it's going to put a huge dent in that, which is good news. We need all of this moisture. It's really going to help out for the summer months as we get into that drier, warmer weather pattern. So we will take all the rain that we can get, and we're going to pick up a healthy dose of that rain over the next couple of days. Now, if you're traveling over the mountains, the passes are good today. They're good for most of tomorrow. Snow levels actually climbing to 7,000 feet later today before dropping back down as a cold front moves in. And once that cold front moves in, those snow levels do start to fall off throughout the day tomorrow into Tuesday. And then the mountains start to get in on a little bit of snow late Monday into Tuesday. And by the end of the day Tuesday, it looks like the mountains could pick up about 3 to 6 inches of snow, including at the passes. So no pass issues for your Sunday, no pass issues Monday morning. That changes late in the day, Monday into Tuesday, with that snow moving into the pass areas. Now, if you're wanting some nicer weather, if you're looking for some milder temps, I do have that in the forecast. So the Climate Prediction Center is suggesting the 6 to 10 and the 8 to 14 day outlooks favor warmer weather for western Washington, above average temperatures. Today, the average high in Seattle is 58. That increases to 59 over the next couple of days, and eventually 60 as we work our way out just about a week. So the highs are continuing to increase as we work our way throughout spring, and we're going to see those temps getting up to around average, so between 58 to 60 degrees, and then possibly even above average. So the Climate Prediction Center's forecast does suggest and favor above average temperatures. I know that this is a little bit extended, so some things can change, because it looked like this weekend was going to be nice, this Easter weekend, but the models and Mother Nature did a 180, and instead it's cooler and wetter. But everything, we have a couple big models, the American and the GFS, or the American and the European that we look at, and they're both indicating temps at or above average next weekend. So let's take a look at what we can expect. This is what we are currently forecasting. We're forecasting low 60s Sunday, low 60s Saturday, possibly mid 60s on Sunday. I think we'll take that right. And again, the average high is in the upper 50s to around 60 over the next week or so. And we possibly hold on to those mild conditions Monday and Tuesday of that following week. So this is that 6 to 10 day temperature forecast. If this comes to fruition, I think we will take that. 7-day forecast, so rainy today, rainy and breezy tomorrow. It's cool Monday, Tuesday. Wednesday, we start to see temps moderate just a little bit. Isolated storm can't be ruled out. We're into the 53, 54 degree range on Thursday with partly sunny skies. Partly sunny on Friday, a high of 55. And then again, next weekend looking nice. Saturday, partly sunny with a high of 63 degrees.